I have this minivan that I bought years ago, and we called it the Batmobile. And the reason is because the day that I bought the minivan, I drove out and I picked it up, and then I picked up my girlfriend and her kids on the way back from buying the minivan. The ultimate plan was I was going to give it to my mom because her car was in really bad shape. I mean, she could turn it on, get going, and then for absolutely no reason at all, this car would just stop going forward. Like you're driving along and then nothing. No, the transmission would not engage. So I figured this van, it was like a $300 van. It was really nothing special, right? It was just ran better than her car. We're driving home, and I get about, I think I was about 2 blocks away, something like that, 2 or 3 blocks away from the house. It wasn't very far. And I called my mom and I said, hey, can you come outside? She's like, why do you need me to come outside? I said, well, I have something I want to show you. And she's like, okay, well, I'm already outside, but what is it you want to show me? I'm like, look, I got you a van, and I'm about to pull up. She goes, oh, that's nice. What are you doing with my car? I'm like, what does it matter? We'll deal with your car later. And she goes, well, then where are you taking it now? I said, I'm not taking your car anywhere, Mom. I'm driving the van to you. That's what I'm doing right now. And she goes, well, my car's leaving. I'm like, Mom, there are tons of cars that look like yours. Your car's fine, it's parked. I'm 3 blocks away at a stoplight. I'm gonna be there in a minute. I'm gonna give you the van, we'll deal with your car later. She goes, look, Mac, I know what my car looks like. And somebody's driving my car away. I'm like, well, it's not me and it's not you. She goes, clearly. At that moment, my girlfriend goes, someone stole your mom's car? She goes, oh, is that them? And points right at the dude, and who was sitting at the stoplight that I was sitting at, only he was, to my right, I guess you could call it, right? And so he was in the turn lane, turning left, and my girlfriend's pointing right at him, and you see his eyes get really big, like, whoa, dude. I turned right, and I whipped around my van, I did a U-turn in the middle of the road, right, to come up behind him, and he ran the red light and bailed. I knew we were safe, right? He's not gonna get very far. I know what this car doesn't do. This car just stops functioning for you at some point. So I decided that I was just gonna follow him. It's not a big deal. And I hand my cell phone over to my girlfriend. I said, go ahead and call the police and let them know that we are following a stolen vehicle. My girlfriend gets on the phone and she says, we are in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. I said, we are not pursuing anything. We are simply following. She's like, okay, well, we're following a stolen vehicle. And so we go up the hill in about 2 blocks, and the guy, he turns right. As I come around the corner, I see this guy, like seriously, like a stuntman out of a movie. He just jumps out of the vehicle. And I'm like, no way. And so my girlfriend goes, oh, he just exited the vehicle. He jumped out of the vehicle. And the 911 operator goes, where? She goes, right there. And she goes, ma'am, you're on the phone. She's like, oh, sorry, we're on Wetmore. And he jumped out of the van at Wetmore. So he bounces off the curb and he's on the ground, and the car's still moving down the road. So I'm thinking, I know how to solve this problem. I used to watch Dukes of Hazzard. All I gotta do is get in front of that vehicle and hit my brakes and slow it down. But I didn't, I'd never done it before. But I knew instinctively what I had to do. So I punched it, got around the vehicle, and the vehicle starts to go up on a sidewalk, and I went up on the sidewalk and I, got in front of the vehicle and slowed it down and stopped it before it hit anything. And at this moment, cops come from like everywhere. I mean, they were just, you can never find a police officer when you need one, but right now we needed one and we had many. So the cops approached us and they're like, get in the car, stay in the car, stay, put. And we're like, hey, dude, we're like the ones that called you. Her kids pop up from the behind the seat and go, Mommy? And she's my wife now. She was my girlfriend then. Goes, oh dear God, I'm so sorry. So she's like, it's okay, babies. So they find out that it's our car, it's our situation, and they start hunting for the guy. So they bring out the canines and everything. Turns out he had ran and hid underneath some porch of a lawyer's office. So they get him. They communicate back to us that he had just gotten out of jail that day. He already had a knife on him, which was probably the knife I had in the glove box. And so his day was ruined. He stole the wrong car. He got a weapons possession. He broke parole. I mean, just like everything he did wrong. We pushed the car back to my mom's house, and and we decided that from that point on we were going to call the van the Batmobile.